So once we have downloaded that, now is when we start dealing with Amazon and the developer account. So we can go to developer.amazon.com and go ahead and sign in if you already have an account. If not, you can create one. It's free. And once you are in the dashboard, you can go to apps and services. Then you will go to Alexa. Then you will go to Alexa voice service and hit get started. Now we just want to register a device type, so we'll go ahead and hit device. And then we can just fill in device type ID and name. So ID will just name, and display name Niraj is, we just do Niraj_Raspberry Pi, and then for here we'll do Raspberry Pi. Go ahead and enter next. And so now we want to create the security profile. So we're just gonna go ahead and say create a new profile, and the profile name will be Alexa Raspberry Pi, and the profile description will just be Alexa Raspberry Pi. And go ahead and hit next. And so now we have our IDs and keys. So we will go to web settings, then we go to Alexa Raspberry Pi and hit edit. So then when it says allowed origins, you go ahead and say add another, and then we'll enter https:/localhost:3000. And in allowed return URLs, we'll just say add another, and we'll say the same thing /AUTH response. Then we'll go ahead and hit next. So now for the image, we can just use the image that was provided on the GitHub. So we'll just say upload an image. So we can go ahead and add that. Then in category, we'll just say other. And in the description, we can just say Raspberry Pi, Alexa Raspberry Pi. And it says expected timeline for commercialization. We just say to be determined. And how many devices, we'll say 0. So enable Amazon Music. If you select yes, there are additional fields that you have to go through. So for now, we're just going to say no and hit submit. And so now we have our Raspberry Pi. Now we have to generate self-signed certificates. So we have to install SSL. So now we have to install SSL. So we can do that by going to terminal and typing sudo apt-get install OpenSSL. And so it'll go ahead and install that. And once it has installed, we can just say where is OpenSSL to verify that it has been installed. So we can see the install location. We'll just go ahead and cd into it. So cd downloads, Alexa samples, and then go to javaclient. Now we want to edit the text file ssl.cnf. So we'll just go to nano. And so this is where we will start adding our own variable. We will go ahead and edit country name, and we will put US. Then state or province, we will put CA, and for your city we will put LA. Your organization, we'll just put Niraj_Agrawal, and your organizational unit, Niraj_Agrawal_Raspberry Pi. Add Alexa in front of that. Cool. So now we just save that, confirm, and exit. So now we need to make the certificate generation script executable. So we'll type in chmod plus x generate.sh. Now we have to run this, so we'd say /generate.sh, and product ID, we just enter what we had, so Niraj underscore Raspberry Pi. Serial number we'll do 1 2 3 4 5 6, and password we'll just do temp, and it will go ahead and generate. Cool. So now once we have done that, we can go ahead and go into the samples. So we'll say cd samples / companionService /3, then we'll say nano config.js, and here is where we can edit. So for SSL key, we will add it to and we will go ahead and save this. Now we have to edit the configuration file for the Java client. So we will go to the samples directory, then go into Java client, and then edit nano config.json. And here is what we edit. So we'll set companionApp.sslKeyStore. So once we have finished editing that file, we can go ahead and switch directories to start installing the dependencies. So we can just go to cd downloads /Alexa /samples /companionService. And once we reach there, then we can hit npm install. So it says npm command not found. So this means that Node wasn't installed correctly, or it's not updated. So we can just go ahead and type in sudo apt-get update, and it should update that. Now go ahead and type in sudo apt-get upgrade. And once it has upgraded, we can just set up the repo by saying curl-sl space https://deb.nodesource.com/setup space vertical line sudo --. Now we can just type in sudo apt-get install Node.js. And once it's done that, we can just go ahead and do node-v, check that is fully downloaded and updated, and go ahead and go back into the directory. So downloads, Alexa, samples, and then companionService. And once we're there, we can hit npm install. Now that's done, we can start enabling security profiles and moving on the Amazon side of things. So now we have to enable the security profile. So we can do that by going to developer.amazon.com/lwa/sp/overview.html. Go ahead and sign in. And once you do that, you can select the security profile that you made earlier, hit confirm. Consent privacy notice URL, you can give a random website, it doesn't really matter, so we'll just put in http/whatever. .com, and logo image, it's whatever you want again, but it doesn't really matter and it's optional, so we're going to go ahead and skip that. So now we can click show client ID and client secret, and these are the keys where we will communicate from our Raspberry Pi. So we can go ahead and click those, and we can go ahead and save that, and you'll be needing these later to put into your configuration files.